Good afternoon, Dr. Cortez. And once again, welcome sa ating lesson today, International Business and Trade. Pag-usapan naman natin yung mga magandang topic when it comes to international business. So last meeting, we started with the global trade culture of different countries. We talk about the Asians, North Americans, Europe. And ngayon naman, we're going to continue those topic kasi maraming countries. No? We have around like 200 countries globally, and lahat ng countries may mga Pilipino. So all countries, you can do business with those around 150 to 200 countries globally. So marami pa talagang mga countries na dapat nating pag-usapan for us to know yung mga etiquette, business culture, so that the chance of doing a good business with them is higher than we don't have a knowledge or skills about global culture and etiquette. Sa ating premise, the background of the study today. So before I continue, pwede pang paklik naman ng inyong subscribe button. Maraming salamat po. Alright, so start with so by the way, once again, this is our lesson 3 for international business, specifically international business etiquette. And for those who are first time to attend my series of lecture, I'm Dr. Cortez. I call myself business doctor. Yan. So na gusto lecture, magpaturo, research speakership, and consultation about business. I'm confident I can help you out, guys. Alright, so ito yung ating outcomes or objectives para sa mga students attending here sa aking lesson. So I have 4 learning outcomes or objectives. At the end of the topic, at the end of like around an hour of lecture, can be able to define business communication etiquette of different countries, Europeans, Asians, African, South Americans, and understand why business etiquette is important and how to improve this etiquette culture of us as Filipino or any nationality in doing trade with different nationality. And understand the 3 components of business etiquette. Appearance. Appearance is important. Appearance is example, we have countries that are very keen on how does a counterpart appear sa isang negotiation table. So the second element of etiquette is the communication, your communication skills, either it is verbal or non-verbal, and of course the behavior. And the last skills or element, the last outcome, understand the intricacies of introducing people in business context and how to remember people's names. So important yung pang-apat. Example, you are being tested na if you can recall yung mga pinag-usapan nyo or names ng mga counterpart nyo, kasi if you can recall the names of your counterpart for the second meeting, and you still recall the names of your counterpart. So it is a big point na you are sincere and you are really important sa mga kausap niya. So yun natin mga objectives, and we have a handful of, just a couple of topics for today. We already defined last meeting, what is this culture, and today we're going to zero in on the business etiquette. And moving on, ready ating mga agenda for today. So given the agenda, given the outcomes, let's start on the meat of our discussion for today. So ito yung etiquette, no? An example of etiquette in business, no? Bowing down instead of shaking the hands with your counterpart. Kasi may mga businessmen that are they prefer hugging, they prefer handshake, they prefer the bowing down. So it depends on what nationality, what region are you dealing with when it comes to business organization, business meeting or negotiation. So it is important. Malay nyo, di ba? Ito yung you forgot to bow down, you forgot to hug. And yun pala yung pinaka-final point that your counterpart is looking from you. So pag nagawa mo to, hindi mo nagawa, it can affect the negotiation, the agreement, example, the signing contract or the agreement. So important yung mga details, no? They are very small. Parang hindi sa part ng negotiation nyo, ang details ng negotiation, but for them, it is important. Yung mga detalye na mag-delete. So let's move on. So here, example, Asian tayo. South Korea, medyo malapit sa atin. So last meeting, we already talk about those some pointers when it comes to negotiating with ASEANs, Asian, businessmen like Koreans, Chinese, the Japanese. But parang last time, parang we concentrated on the Chinese and the Japanese. May naman, Koreano ang pag-usapan natin. So, important. Maraming Koreans ang pupunta ng Pilipinas. No? Kasi we go to the country to learn English. Kasi mura dito yung pag-aaral ng English compared to other countries. So, expect na marami nilang Koreano. Have you seen those Korean grocery stores, mga samyup na mga resto? It is a sign na maraming Koreans dito sa Pilipinas. So that is why merong mga establishment na that cater to Korean needs. So we can't avoid. In fact, we can't avoid not only the Koreans, na marami pa rin nationality going to the country. Japanese, Chinese, Koreans. Marami yan mga yan. So we should know the etiquette when it comes to negotiating with these people. Alright, see if I may read. South Korea, it is common for South Koreans to expect their guests to engage in noraebang or karaoke. So mahilig sa kantahan, mga Korean. Mga Japanese din, mahilig din sila eh. So, ibig sabihin na, before you start a meeting, it is customary for them to be engaged first in karaoke. Mga kantahan muna kayo to establish a relationship. So kahit hindi ka masyadong magandang kumanta, you don't have the voice, don't ignore. Kasi pag ikaw ay, example, yung Korean businessman, pinasahan ka ng microphone, and sabi mo, you don't know how to sing, you don't have a good voice. So kahit daw pangit ang buwas mo, tanggapin mo yung mic, kahit yung buwas mo hindi masyadong maganda sintonado. Kasi pag tinanggahin mo daw yan, it is a sign of you are being rude dun sa mga counterpart mo. So a sign of being diplomatic. So kahit mapangit voice mo, pagbihin mo, kumanta ka. Kasi they are not looking for the voice, of course. Hindi naman lahat ng Korean siguro magaling di kumanta. Alright? So, kumanta ka kahit kunti lang. Hindi masyadong maganda. It will just be your group that you have to perform. Anyway, di naman marami nakatingin. Siguro, just a couple, just a group. So, di ba namang tatawang pangit boss mo, di ba? Importante, pinagbigyan mo. And that is, who knows, you are just being tested. Na? Kung magaling ka makisama, you have the diplomacy in dealing with those Korean counterpart. So, yan. So, pag ikaw ay, it means that is only introduction, preliminaries before. Okay, so the next one. So, from Korea, let's go to Europe. Let's go to France. So, as I said before, mga Europeans, they are more conservative when it comes to dealing compared to the Americans. The French are more conservative, the Americans are liberated. So, it is so important for us to know French. Okay, so French, in France, if you don't speak French, that is okay. So, I always tell this to my students. as business person, you should know at least one language, one foreign language like French, Japanese, Nihongo, Mandarin, Chinese language. Kasi nga, kahit hindi man lahat ay maano natin, meron kasi mga common words, common languages na ginagamit sa business. For example, Japanese, Chinese, and Spanish. Important for us that at least mga basic lang ba when it comes to those languages. If you don't know any French word, you're not expected to apologize for your lack of fluency. Okay lang sa kanila, hindi ka masyadong magaling daw magsalita ng kanilang language. But if you don't have time to learn French for doing business there, learn some few phrases. Mga normal greetings lang ba na basic lang ginagamit natin sa in dealing with our counterpart. Yan. So it basic lang daw yung ating pinag-aralan. It is a sign of good faith on our part. At least you are trying to learn that from a basic. Kasi alam natin, maybe they also know that French language is also difficult to learn. So at least mga basic lang. And kasi nga it is common for your French counterpart pag deal ka sa kanila, yung negotiation, example, in a dinner table, the negotiation is too long. So sa loob ng oras na example, 2 hours or 3 hours, sa ano pa yung mga pag-usapan if you don't know anything about the language, no? Okay sana kung yung counterpart marunong din mag-English. Kaya hindi naman natin i-expect na natin marunong mag-English. So, parang stalemate kayo doon, di ba? Hindi ka marunong mag-French, hindi marunong mag-English yung counterpart mo, mahabang usapan. Di ba? So, parang it is awkward na may pag-usapan, kahit mga basic lang. So, it is yes for us to learn mga basic languages na ating pwedeng magamit like good morning, how are you? Ayan. So, matutuwa sila na meron kang at least na you are diligent enough to learn some phrases or words in French. Okay, so you start learning mga few phrases kasi because of globalization, we are not only confined to the Philippines in doing business. Talagang you can't avoid talking whether in person or through phone sa kanila, no? Or through email communication. Okay, so ito, kapitbahay na sa Europe ang Germany. So from France to, let's go to Germany. So another conservative country. Another conservative counterpart. Conservative relatively, no? I mean compared to the Americans, they are conservative. Mga Germans daw, they often respect direct communication and do not accept being undiplomatic in business dealing. So, pag German ang kausap mo, direct to the point. Walang masyadong halong humor or joke or personal conversation. Talagang direct to the point business-wise, direct to the point. That is diplomatic for them. Kasi they don't accept being undiplomatic. Kasi ibig sabihin, pag first time mag-meet yung inyong counterpart na German and you are doing some personal jokes or the preliminaries, that casual conversation, for them that is undiplomatic kasi they are direct to the point. Pag-upo sa negotiating table, wala nang intro, no? Direct na sa business. They are more straightforward. That is better for the German counterpart if you are more straightforward. Walang mahalong decoration, introduction, preliminaries. So straightforward na. So you go to the point pag mga German ang iyong kausap, serious, walang humor, walang joke, no joking around, no casual or personal conversation. Kasi pag ikaw ay sample, you have a joke na good-natured joke naman. Di naman green jokes, but still, they will not appreciate if you are doing business with them, yung mga jokes. Talagang straightforward na ang kanilang preference. Okay, parang katakot na kausap ba? Parang intimidating pag mga German ang mga kausap compared to Asian businessmen. Okay, so Germany, ito, once again, kapitbahay pa rin ng ano to, nasa Europe, kapitbahay ito eh. France, Germany, and Italy. Another conservative country. Kasi nga, di ba, sabi ko kanina, Europeans are more conservative compared to their North American counterpart like the US and Canada. Italy. Business is often personal and relationship-driven. So expect to spend a significant amount of time getting to know your Italian business partners and developing a relationship with them. So compared pala sa mga German, iba rin pala yung etiquette pagdating sa Italy. Kasi ang German kanina, direct the point pag yung nagpintuhan. Ang Italian, they prefer the preliminaries. Example, establishing relationship first. Kumbaga, before you talk about your business, so you can talk first about establishing relationship, like engaging in personal conversation about family background. Significant amount of time. Kumbaga, they allot a significant amount of time establishing a relationship, personal, before going or diving into the business. Yan. So, parang di put premium na ma-establish mo ng relationship. Kasi nga, pag kayo magkakilala na and you have established this closeness, parang smooth na siguro for them yung flow ng business conversation if you talk first about the personal. Kasi nakilala mo na yung you have known each other for like an hour of conversation. So parang walang ng awkwardness pag nagkwentuhan or talking about business. That is, I guess, the reason why they prefer the preliminaries before diving into the business relationship. Okay, if you relax and put business on the back burner and instead focusing your effort on forming a foundation, okay lang sa kanila. Na kung ikaw daw ay inuna mo daw yung pagkwentuhan kesa business. Kumbaga, kwentuhan muna, yung business, mamaya na. So, okay lang daw sa kanila yan. Kasi may mga countries na sabi ko kanina, di ba? Pag German ang kausap mo, ang focus niya muna ay yung business itself. Direct to the point. Now, ang Italian, baliktad. Secondary siya na okay lang. Hindi ko naman sinabi yung secondary na. Okay lang sa kanila na pag-usapan yung business, mamaya na. Pwede mo nang yung personal mo ng pag-usapan. So, they will appreciate, or it is okay with them. Reason, establishing trust, establishing friendly communication with the counterpart. Ayan. So, pag ito ginawa mo raw itong ganitong mga approach, the success of the negotiation is higher than without doing personal conversation first. So, next time, you will find more success. Pag sa Italy ka, no? Kasi isang direct to the point, hard-driven, na normal approach, no? May ibang ginagawang normal approach na direct to the point. So, mas okay sa mga Italian, yung meron na muna kayong preliminary and establishing relationship. Parang, we call this one as relationship marketing, diba? Before selling something to your buyer, you establish first a relationship para hindi na awkward, no? Or mahirap ang tumanggi yung mga kausap mo pag kayo'y magkaibigan na. Kasi pag hindi kayo magkaibigan, hindi nagkwentuhan kayo, yung rejection on your part, madaling mag-reject eh. But once you have established relationship before diving into the business, yung chance na ng rejection, pababa na. So, I guess that is one reason bakit sa mga sa Italy, yan ang ginagawa. Or they prefer that approach. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Ito, balik tayo sa Australia. So from Europe, tayo sa baba lang natin. Yan. Let's go down under. Let's go to Australia. Set your alarm early pag kausap mo yung mga Australian. Because for them, the time is, they put premium on your time. Punctuality is absolutely key when meeting to discuss business. Walang ma-delete. Yan. Kung pag na-late ka, you don't give importance to the time ng iyong kausap. Kung sa ating mga Pilipino, no? pag-usapan na 8:00, dumating ka na 8:05, parang okay pa sa kanila, okay pa sa atin. Pati na nationality like Australian, punctuality. So if you're not going to be precisely on time, then you should arrive a lot early. And like, so not 8:05, 7:50. Medyo huwag lang yung masyadong matagal na. 8:05 nga, late na sa mga sa mga Australian. Kasi they prefer punctual counterpart. Na pag hindi mo ito ginawa, pag ikaw daw ay late, you could be perceived as rude or unorganized by your host or by your counterpart. Pag late ka, 8:05, late ka 10 minutes, 15 minutes late. No? So parang sa atin, okay lang. Parang maaga pa no? Pero iba other countries like Australian, that is a sign of rudeness or you are not organized. Bakit pa yung ganun, parang 5 minutes late. But you are late. You're being rude to the counterpart. Why? You don't value their time. Sila maagang dumating. Usapan 8 o'clock. Na 7:30 nandun na sila. So for 30 minutes, they have been waiting for you kasi you are expected to arrive as well early. 8:05 ka dumating. Don't lose a deal because you are 5 minutes late. 5 minutes late, no? 5 minutes late lang. Parang sa atin okay pa, di ba? But it can make or unmake. It can bust yung deal negotiation. 5 minutes lang, kontratang millions of dollars ma-reject or busted because of your being late. You're not being punctual. In other countries, for example, in the United States, okay lang yan. Acceptable sa ibang countries yan. Pero pag sa Australia, that is easily noticeable na you are being rude. So next time, important sa mga pinag-usapan natin dito, di ba? You list down yung mga countries na okay lang mali. List down countries that are punctuality is important. Okay, so from Australia, let's go to other countries. Tingnan natin kung ano yung mga next country natin pag-usapan dito. Let's go to Russia. Another intimidating ba? Parang nasabi ko last time, na in Russia, it is okay for you to be late. Tingnan natin, Let us confirm. Being on time to a business meeting in Russia is not of importance. So, balik naman to, Australian kanina, punctuality or being early is important. Kasi pag late ka, that's being rude or you are unorganized. Australian kanina, Pagdating sa mga Russian, so ito naman yung sa kanila. Okay lang na mali. Kasi being late is not important to the Russian. So while Americans are expected to arrive before the meeting scheduled time, Amerikano on time Americans are on time a bit early. Sa scheduled time ba? Russians may show up sa meeting nyo or sa negotiation nyo a bit late or like 30 minutes na late. And they will not apologize for that being late. Diba sa atin, pag tayo na late, 30 minutes late, parang we are apologetic. We always say sorry, we always say our apologies sa kanila. Ang mga Russian, kahit late daw sila, they will not say apology. That is their custom. We can't argue with them. That is their customs. So why? So what is the reason why Russians are a bit late? Let's say 30 minutes late. And they are unapologetic about their actions. The reason, they just want to test the patience ng kanilang kalaban or kanilang mga kausap. Kasi if you don't have, yung pala tinitesting ka lang. Kasi ba ikaw mainipin and they are late for 30 minutes, baka you have the tendency to leave the negotiation table. Yung pala you're just being tested ng mga Russians. Kung ikaw talaga may patience na mag-antay, pag umalis ka, nainip ka, umalis ka, di ba? So, you fail the test. Now, if you stay until they arrive, even if they are late, so you pass the test. So, you can proceed with the contract signing. Ayan, so, tandaan nyo Pag Russian kausap nyo, iba sila sa mga Australian counterpart. And you can't avoid for the Russians So, mga Saudi wealthiest businessmen, billionaires around mga Russians. So, they have the money to sample to invest in the country at ikaw na kausap nila sa mga negotiation. Okay, so from Russia, let's go to China. You notice we are global, you know? We went to Europe, we went to Australia, Korea, and back again to China. Americans working in China better have a gift, or anybody, any businessman working in China, or any businessman negotiating with the Chinese counterpart, get ready with a gift. So, sa kanila yung gift giving. Di ba? We know that Chinese are traditional, they believe in they have these customs na gift giving presents, no, sa kanilang counterparts. So, pag ikaw ay kausap nila, no, be ready. However, if you are giving the gift to the Chinese, don't expect that they will accept right away yung gift na yan. Ibig sabihin, pag nagbigay ng gift sa kanila, huwag mong expect na tatanggapin ka agad yan. Kasi sa kanila, their customs is they don't accept the gift sa first offering, second offering, the third offering. Pangatlong offer mo sa parang they are saying pakipot, you know? Pakipot is si custom sa kanila. Sa atin din, di ba? Ganun din naman tayo, di ba? Pag nagbigay ng gift sa atin, hindi naman kagad natin kinukuha, tinatanggap, di ba? Nagpapapilit pa tayo, di ba? O sa kanila, on the third offer, that is the time that we will accept the offer. So, ibig sabihin yan, if you're the counterpart ng mga Chinese, you offer 3 times yung gift na yan. Kasi pag one time mo lang in-offer daw sa kanila, it means you are not serious enough in giving the gift. Baka kunwari kang pagbibigay pag hindi ka seryoso. So, 3 beses daw ang pag-offer sa kanila. So, it is important for the Chinese to continue, for you guys to continue offering yung gift na yan hanggang yan ay tinanggap na nila on the third try. Alright? And it will seal the deal ng inyong usapan. We know, Chinese are some of the smartest businessmen around globally. Patampuhin, no? Pag inapprove 1 beses lang at hindi mo inulit, baka magtampo. So, dapat daw 3 beses ina-offer. Okay. So, let's go to Japan. So, another Asian country. I may read this one. In doing business in Japan, Americans or any nationality should be armed with stacks of cards or calling cards. Mga Japanese kasi, they value business card. The negotiation, the phrase of the negotiation are the cards. Printed in English. Siyempre mga Japanese, diba, they are not, some of them, they don't speak English that well. So it is important for them to print the business card, the Japanese translation ng printout, no, ng iyong calling card. Or then, the business card is held in very high regard. They hold their business card very high. They highly regard yung card na hawak-hawak. So, it is important how do you accept and how do you hand it down yung mga card na binibigay ng counterpart, baka magkamali na ka na. Yung pagbigay pa ng card mo, mali. Yung pagtanggap mo pala ng card, mali. Ito na, when presenting your card, it is critical to pass it out with both hands. Dalawang kamay, guys, no? Dalawang kamay. If you pass your card, your business card to your Japanese counterpart, it is important that you should be handing that down using your both hands. Pag isang kamay lang, parang you don't value your card. So dapat dalawang kamay lang. Dalawang kamay pagbigay sa kanila. With the Japanese side facing up. Now, when receiving naman a business card, Americans should accept it with both hands. So pagbigay ng card, use your both hands. Pag-accept ng cards, use your both hands as well. Kasi, kala natin, napaka-simple lang ibigay, but for them, that is symbolic. Using both hands, it means you are very sincere. You are honored in receiving a card from the Japanese. Kasi, di value the card eh. Okay. So, in addition, the business card should never be written on. Habang nag-uusap, kasi minsan, di ba, you have tendency ba nag-uusap mo ng Japanese counterpart mo? Parang minsan yung card na hawak ako, sinusulatan mo. Example, you put on notes. Yun pala, hindi pala maganda sa kanila yung you are playing with their card, you are writing something on their card. Pangit pala yun. Kasi they value very high yung mga card na yan. So dapat talagang You treat the card with respect, tago mo, di ba? Properly kept. Siyempre, unang muna, babasahin mo, di ba? Pagtanggap ng card, huwag mo munang itago sa bag or sa pocket mo. Basahin mo muna. That is sign of respect. Huwag direct na pagkatanggap, direct agad sa wallet or sa bag. Basahin mo muna. A sign of appreciation of that somebody give you a card. Huwag sulatan in front of them. Huwag tupin, huwag paglaruan in front of them. So talagang para siyang very delicate na yung card na binibigay sa inyo. Okay, so those are the Japanese. Isang Brazilian naman. So ito naman yung South Americans. Brazil. Expect a complete invasion of personal space of doing business in Brazil. Okay, kung mga Europeans ay they value their privacy, they are conservative. Ang mga South Americans like Brazil, they can invade your personal space. Kumbaga, kahit unang meeting nyo pa lang, pwede ka namang yakapin, yung talagang, as if magkaibigan kayo matagal na, as if you are close enough for a longer time. Ibang countries kasi hindi, na ibang countries, pag first time mag-meet, may distance pa, yun yung conversation. Pero mga Japanese, as close as possible, diba? Pwedeng mag-usap eh. Sa mga sa mga American, it is impolite na close kayo pag nag-uusap. Pero sa mga Brazilian, hindi. That is customary for them to stand extremely close sa inyo. Yung malapit kaysa isa sa talking, okay lang. Now, well, for us, if that is the first time kayo magkausap, then parang as if feeling nila ay kayo close na. What is the tendency for us? The tendency for us to back away doon sa kanilang mga conversation, di ba? Pero hindi dapat natin yan, dapat ay we should understand na yun yung kanilang mga customs and traditions. Okay, so from Japan, let's go to Japan from Brazil. Let's go to UAE, United Arab Emirates. Ito naman, parang first time that we can see somebody, etiquette from the Middle East, no? United Arab Emirates. So tingnan natin yung kanilang mga etiquette. Okay, olive handers. Mga kaliwete daw, you will have a trouble when dealing with United Arab Emirates people. Kasi sa UAE, they are not using the left hand. Laging right hand ang kanilang ginagamit eh. Kasi sa kanila, yung left hand, parang dirty yung left hand sa kanila eh. Or for them, the left hand is unclean. Kasi ginagamit ang left hand sa hygiene, di ba? Pag nagto-toilet ka, kaliwa daw ginagamit eh. So pag sa mga conversation or negotiation, you should not be using the left hand. Dapat ay right hand. Kasi impolite, no? Impolite, pag ginamit mo yung kanilang left hand mo. Pag in shaking the hands of your counterpart, gamitin mo yung right hand mo. Huwag yung kaliwa kasi pangit sa kanila yung kaliwang ginamit. Use the left hand. That is, using your left hand is parang an insult. An insult to them. So, baka may, di ba, magalit din. Rejected. Serious insult for them pag gumamit ka ng left hand. Eh saka pag kumakain sila, palaging right hand eh. Kasi unclean daw yung kaliwa. Ang problem dito, pag yung kaliwete, no? Parang mahirapan ka. Okay. So, after UAE, from the Middle East, di pa tayo sa Central Asia. Let's go to India. Itong India, last time na pag-usapan na natin to eh. I already shared something about Indian businessmen. Last meeting natin. If you can recall, sa mga, the way they nod their heads, di ba? Normally, when we say affirmative, when we say yes, we nod our heads up and down. Pero sa mga Indian, they nod their heads side to side, parang ganito, affirmative. So we should know. At least now, we know yung difference ng nodding the heads. And more on India, if I can share this one, when at a business dinner in India, Americans better be careful what they order. We know that Indians they are fond of cows. Cows are sacred sa kanila. So those person looking to make a good impression should refrain from digging into a juicy steak or hamburger kasi ang burger is made from cow meat. So parang pag yung cow, pag beef ang dish na na-serve sa'yo, parang impolite na you will you will dig deeper into the beef. So parang may namarder mo yung beef, pag yung burger mo parang ganon, parang pag hinahalukay mo pa. Kasi nga sa kanila sacred yung yung cow. I don't know if cow is really illegal, but they are barred from eating cows, or they are not fond of eating cows, beef sa kanila. But just in case, no? Parang huwag mo raw masyadong tusukin. Pag served this is from beef. Example, a steak or hamburger during dinner. Reason, the cow is considered sacred animal in India. Some can consider it a sign of disrespect. So pag umorder ko ng beef sa kanila, since they are not fond of eating beef, so pag umorder ko ng beef sa kanila, parang it is a sign of disrespect. So ibang meat na lang ang dapat mong orderin pag ikaw ay in India. Or in addition to beef dish, wearing any type of leather made from cow or any other animals during meeting or dinner is impolite or a sign of disrespect para sa kanila. Ang all forms of animal, di ba? Parang sa kanila kasi, di ba, we know the Indian, they worship hindi lang yung God, but also some of them are cow and other they call this one animals or dito icon. Yan. Okay, so those are the Indians, and let's go to Spain. So from India, balik tayong Europe. So kanina, we already talked about France, Germany, Italy. Ito naman Spain, also from European country. Sa Spain daw, deadlines are usually considered firm. Pag sa US, no, yung deadline, talagang they are very strict. Firm sila pagdating sa deadline. Pero sa Spain daw, hindi masyadong strict pagdating sa deadline. Deadlines are viewed more as a guideline lang siya. But hindi ito yung alisin na pag na late ka sa deadline ay wala ka na eh. Yung deadline, they set the deadline just as a guideline. Example, August 26. So you can submit August 24, 26, or 27. Basta meron kang a date na malapit lang doon. Not very firm na dapat lang mag-submit. Sa US, ganun eh. But in Spain, they are more relaxed. So Americans should not be insulted by this, but instead should schedule potential delays into any timelines around the deadline. Okay? So huwag daw masyadong ataranta, intimidate sa deadline. Kasi guideline lang sa kanila eh. So hindi sa masyadong strict. Deadlines are more relaxed pagdating sa Spain. And next one, also from Europe. Ito naman ay Finland, a Scandinavian country. While Americans are used for doing business in plenty of locations outside the office, example, they prefer restaurant, golf clubs, sa US, no? Parang yun ang kanilang preferred venue. Same with the Asian, we prefer doing business at the office and restaurant, golf courses, sports complex. Yan. But in Finland, iba. Sa Finland ba kasi, they prefer doing business, or it is okay to do business sa mga sauna houses. I don't know exactly how do you call this one, but sa atin, ito mga sauna bath na malalaki, you can go there for massage, sauna bath, ganun. In Finland, enjoying a relaxing sauna is an honored tradition. So matagal na itong, I know, this one, you can see the photo, no? Itong tradition na to, matagal na sa kanila. They have been doing this for thousands of years, I guess, no? So, parang enjoying the tradition na being hospitable. They will bring their as host, they will bring their counterparts, mga sauna, and they will do business sa mga sauna houses. So to help build the relationship, this is the reason, no, why they are doing business sauna. To help build the relationship, Americans should not be declined. Americans or other nationality, Asian, Filipino, Chinese, Japanese, we should not decline invitation. Pag example, yung Finland na counterpart natin invited us to do business in the sauna, so we should not decline. That is rude kasi, that is impolite if we will decline. Considered a sign of hospitality para sa kanila yan. Kapag if we agree dun sa kanilang venue, so that is the result maybe as more often than that, it will be positive result na yung best negotiation. Kasi you are polite, right? Accepting invitation. Pero pag if you reject, you will decline the invitation. That is impolite, that is rude. So maybe it will result to negative or non-signing of contracts or any documents. So, we have the saying, when in Rome, we do what the Romans do, di ba? Kung anong kasanayan nila doon, customs, traditions. So, we honor those traditions, no? Kung saan. Pagpunta sila Pilipinas sa atin, and we prefer a restaurant as the venue for the contract signing or business negotiation, sasama naman sila. Okay, so from Finland, another European countries din, Belgium. Tingnan natin kung anong meron sa Belgium. The Belgian counterpart also from Europe. Let's read this one. Be prepared to spend some time just saying hello and goodbye. O sa Belgium pala, it is customary sa kanila yung throwing kiss kahit ikaw ay lalaki. Di ba sa some countries, shaking the hands or bowing their heads. Yung kanilang custom. Sa Belgium, it's either hugging right cheek or blowing kisses. Ito yung yung parang kahit lalaki yung dalawang businessmen, mga lalaki, they can sign the deals with cheek hugging. Una yung right, tapos tatlo yan right muna, tapos left, tapos right cheek. So dapat tatlo yan. If you ignore, sabi ko, di ba, kung hirap ka ng customs, huwag nang mahiya na gawin kasi lalaki kayo, mahiyang gawin kasi that is their customs. And we should respect yung kanilang customs. Mga Japanese kasi bowing their heads, so we respect them. Mga Belgian ganun din. Parang right cheek, then left, then right cheek naman, a sign of greetings. No? First meeting, then departing. Okay, Belgium, let's go to UK, United Kingdom. Sa mga British, doing business with British professionals, Americans or other nationality should not feel as if a game of charade is breaking out when the British start tapping their nose. So, pag yung British counterpart mo is tapping their nose, it means that they are not comfortable or maybe it is a sign that what you're going to talk about is very confidential. Parang you need to close their meeting pag ganito, no? Pag tap their nose. Alright, when tapping their nose, rather than a fun game, the tapping indicates that when what is about to be discussed is private and confidential. It is important to look for that signal or you risk sharing something the Brits had intended to keep secret from others. So close the meeting, that is designed na you should be talking in more confidence, maybe close the meeting. Kasi mayroon kami pinag-usapan na pala siya, confidential, na should not be divulged sa other parties. So, beware of those telltale signs, no? Pag nag-touch sila ng mga nose nila. Okay, dami negosyante nag-usapan, no? Iba-ibang negosyante, international businessmen ang ating napag-usapan. UK, ito naman South Africa. Sa Africa naman tayo, parang first natin mapag-usapan ang African continent na. South African businessmen are very formal. If you will do a business dealings or negotiations with your South African counterpart, make it sure that you're in formal outfit, formal attire. Kasi pag dumating sila sa table, negotiating table, you expect they are very formal. Lalaki o babae yan. Sa talagang they value the negotiation, they put premium talagang pinaghandaan talaga in their best outfit, best corporate outfit. So dapat ikaw, ganoon din. Pag dumating kang naka-shorts, naka-t-shirts lang sa negotiation, parang i-resign that you don't value the negotiation, you don't value your time. Isa ka nila kung todo bihis, di ba? Tapos ikaw or other nationality will arrive in their sneakers, rubber shoes, in their jeans, no? Tapos sila nakapunto the outfit. So baka meron sang effect sa negotiation. So be mindful ng mga ganitong mga senaryo pag South African ang kausap. Okay, from South Africa, let's go to Saudi Arabia naman. Balik tayo sa Saudi. Saudi Arabians are generally polychronic. Polychronic means that they value time as flexible. Flexible ang time, not fluid, not rigid. Pag nag-set sila ng mga appointment mga Saudi Arabian, not in a specific time. Di ba tayo mga Pilipino, the Europeans, The Americans, when we set time for a appointment, we say like 2 p.m., 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 8 o'clock in the morning, by a specific time. Mga Saudis, since they are polychronic, they will not set time at a specific time, but they will say, let us meet in the morning. Let us meet early morning, let us meet late morning, or early afternoon, or late afternoon. Without a specific time. Ika ng mga Saudi. Kasi sila, they are flexible. The reason, they have a relaxed approach to punctuality. So ito naman, pagkaus mo Saudi Arabian, they are not more keen on punctuality. Kahit maliit ka. Kasi flexible yung kanilang time. Di ba sabi natin kanina? Pag nag-set ng time ng mga to, morning or afternoon, so anytime in the morning, pwedeng mag-meet. Pwedeng meet sila. Okay, so anytime of the day, ang appointment anytime of the day rather than fixed time, fixed hour of the day. It is not uncommon to be meeting cancelled at the last minute. So flexible kasi, flexible. Kasi nga di can cancel out a meeting. So, pag nag-set kasi ng 8 o'clock in the morning, mga Saudi, hindi pa kakarating agad. Kaya ang kanilang mga appointment in the morning or in the afternoon kasi they can cancel out. Siguro sobrang busy siguro mga to. Parang lagi na ginagawa. Kaya they don't set specific hour sa umaga. Kasi they have a tendency to cancel out the last minute yung mga appointment. Ayan, so alam na, no? Kung Saudi Arabian kausap, meron sila mga ganitong mga scenario or etiquette. Okay, Saudi, let's go to Thailand. Ito naman, Southeast Asian country nating, neighbor country natin, Thailand. Kasi ito pinakamalapit na, na counterpart natin. Sa lahat ng pinag-usapan nating mga businessmen, ito pinakamalapit na, na country. Kasi Southeast Asia lang ito eh. In Thailand daw, Thai professionals attach great importance to business cards. So the same with the Japanese. The Thai put premium on your calling card. So important sa yung calling card. That is the face of the person. Yung calling card mo, pag nagbigay ka, that is the face of the person. So parang you should put a weight or premium dun sa calling card mo, yung kanyang appearance. Yung pag-handle ng calling card, pag-receive ng calling card. Cards are usually exchanged at the first meeting and it is advisable to give and receive cards with your right hand. Oh, yan. Pag sa mga Japanese kanina, you will receive or give the calling card using your both hands. Sa mga Thailander naman, Thai, it's either you can receive just using your right hand or pwede namang both hands. Okay yan. Mas the minimum is the right hand. The right hand, pwedeng both hands. Mas ulit nga yung both hands eh. But the minimum in Thailand, pag-uusap mo sila, you can accept the card or give the card using just your right hand. It is important for us, if you receive something, a card, it is important for us to examine the business card carefully before storing it. So, sa mga Japanese kanina. Anyway, sa lahat naman ng country o tao, pag may natanggap kang calling card, huwag mo kagad ilagay sa bulsa. Titingnan mo muna as a sign of respect. As a sign of appreciation sa pagbigay ng card sa iyo. Okay, let's see. So that is the Thailand here. So I guess that is the end of the lesson for week number 3. So for the past 2 lessons, we have been talking about different international businessmen, their culture, etiquette, na pwede natin gamitin when we are dealing with those people. So I hope that when you have the opportunity to do business with them, we can recall at least we have the basic, no? At abang our mind, meron tayong basic na matatandaan. Ganito palang gagawin dapat pag itong kausap ko. Okay, so I hope that it is now in store in your mind na mga protocols or etiquette. So with that people, for hoping to see you again sa aking mga next video. For the meantime, this has been Dr. Cortez. Subscribe naman guys sa akin channel. Maraming salamat. Hey everyone.